Hello, good evening. Welcome to UC Academy, and today we have come up with an idea, a new initiative for the student of UPSC who has taken law as their optional subject or who is thinking or preparing for taking law as their optional subject for themselves. You know, this year rank 58 Kshitij Aditya Sharma was from law optional. But what if I tell you that this rank can be 1, 2, rank 10, among 15, top 50 rankers can be from law optional subject. If you get the idea how to approach law as an optional, why law as an optional can give you a good rank. If you understand with the proper guidance, if you understand the nature, the requirement of law optional. So, we were getting so many queries or many students were sharing their challenges that they are facing if they are taking law as an optional, because their abundance material is available but they don't know how to approach, how to take the answers for them, how to get good marks when they are approaching law as an optional. They were not getting it, precisely not getting how to approach it, how to get good brownie points in it, given the logical subject it is, but still they were getting only 258, 270, the highest marks according to my knowledge is 280. But it can be increased if you get the proper guidance, if you practice enough, and if you understand the requirement of the examination only specifically related to law optional. It is a very logical optional, and that too in a very time bound manner. Within 4 to 5 months you can prepare it very efficiently. You need not to give it 10 to 15 months in a year, or a year for that matter, for an optional, if you are taking law as an optional. Okay, so in this session we will understand that why law optional is very pivotal, or how you can approach it, or what are the initiatives that we are taking for you so that your challenges or your difficulty for this UPSC journey is reduced. So firstly let us discuss why law as an optional subject. As I mentioned to you that law optional is it does not take your year, it does not take your 10-11 months to get prepared. It can only be prepared in next 3 to 4 months. If you understand the syllabus, if you approach it very efficiently, if you understand the importance or relevancy of law optional. Firstly, if you talk about law as an optional, it is very high scoring potential. If you understand, as I mentioned, if you understand the requirement of law optional, you can easily get good marks, because the optional is very logical. If you know the conceptual clarity, if you know the proper case law relevant according to the question, and if you understand that how to structure it, how to write it in introduction, body and conclusion, you are good to go with. You will definitely get good marks. Only you need to understand what are the requirements, what are the essentials, how to approach it. So if you get the right guidance and how to approach an answer in law optional, you can definitely score good. It has a high probability of scoring good marks, definitely, because it's logical. Secondly, it is also overlapping with your GS paper 2, polity and governance. If you look at the syllabus of your paper 2 in law optional, it is majorly overlapping with GS paper 2. So here, if you prepare one section of it, you are automatically prepared for the GS part as well. So it will save your time, and definitely your conceptual clarity will be enhanced. And if we talk about the third pointer, it is the predictable syllabus. A student who has prepared themselves according to the PYQ, who has understand the nature, who has understand the requirement of the paper, can easily predict that year's paper of law optional. Because if you understand that this topic is from fundamental right, and recently Supreme Court has given a very imperative judgment on fundamental right, definitely there I can expect a question on it. So here, if you take law optional, you can definitely predict your question paper. It's very easy because it is definitely based on the recent landmark judgments or any question of law which any Supreme Court has taken suo motu or which is in your syllabus. Only you need to understand what is my syllabus and what is the recent case laws that is going on, or what are the recent happening has been done in the recent past. So your question paper becomes predictable. In this optional, you can definitely predict your question paper if you understand the syllabus and if you understand the requirement of the question paper. And definitely it is very also important to note here that it is not always required that you should be coming from a legal background. You should have a LLB or LLM degree if you want to take law as an optional. It is nowhere written, it is not required. A person with LLB degree is on the same page you are with, if you are coming from any engineering background or medico for that matter. Everybody can prepare, anybody can prepare law as an optional because it's very general. Only you need to have a conceptual clarity of your syllabus and the case laws, nothing else. So even if you are coming from a non-legal background, you can definitely approach it. You can definitely take law as an option. It is a myth. According to my knowledge, most of the students think that since we don't have a LLB degree, we are not coming from a legal background, we cannot take law as an optional subject. It is not true. Anybody, if you are coming from arts background, if you have done BCom, you can take law as an option. There is no offense in it. There is no issue with it. You can definitely take it. It does not require rocket science. It's very easy if you understand the syllabus, if you understand your course, or if you practice enough, if you practice your questions enough, if you understand the requirement. So that is why these are the pointers which gets you an idea that law is a very good optional because it takes you less time, it gives you good marks, it enhances your logical thinking, which is the requirement of UPSC. UPSC demands an logical officer. So law, if you are taking law as an optional, you will definitely, your thinking will be critical, your analytical thinking will be enhanced. Here it will be very helpful for your personality development as well. So taking law as an option is a very good idea. If you don't have years to prepare, if you have certain months to prepare, it can definitely be taken. No offense in it. It's very good idea to take. So if you talk about the credibility of law optional, so let us look at the results. In 2024, as I mentioned, rank 58 was from law optional. Shiddesh Aditya Sharma was from law optional. Rank 215, Dhwani Agarwal was from law optional. Rank 251 from Moksha Agarwal from law optional. And let me mention, it can be rank 1, it can be rank 2, rank 5. Any law optional has potential to get this rank because it is a very logical subject. If you know the concept, if you know how to approach, if you know the case laws, if you know the recent judgments, you can score a very good marks. If you talk about the another result of previous year, 2023, we have 1 digit and 2 digit rankers from law optional. Rank 7, Anmol Rathod. Rank 53, Jayashri Pradhan. Rank 65, Chhaya Singh. Rank 100, Vijeta Goswami from law optional. So it is the credibility of law optional. It is demonstrating, these results are demonstrating that if you can get rank 7, you can get good ranks, 2-digit ranks with taking law optional, and that too in very less amount of time because it does not cost you a year, as I mentioned earlier also. So in only preparing 3 to 4 months an optional subject and you're getting good ranks, what is the issue with it? Understand that it is a very good optional because a UPSC aspirant has many other arenas to allot their time to. So if you are saving a certain amount of time from your optional subject, then you can allot that in your weaker part. That is why it becomes important. So these results are demonstrating that law has the potential to give you good marks within very specific amount of efforts, specific amount of time. But what we have come up with, why we had to come up with this initiative was because we were counseling many students. Many students were facing this issue. They were facing this challenge that they had the material, they had the AK Gen, they had the Dukkis, but they were not able to write an answer of 200 and 250 words with those materials. They had the case law of 1000 words, but they don't know how to sum it up, how to write a well structured answer for UPSC law optional. Because as we know, UPSC exam is not about only knowledge, but it's about the expression part. It's about the expression part. So it does not matter here if you know very much, you have abundance of knowledge, but if you are not able to write it in 200 to 50 words, then you are not going to clear it. That was the major challenge every student who has taken law optional was facing, or many students has left their optional law because they were not able to write a good answer. They were not able to write a good answer for their UPSC, because in these words they have to reduce it. The hefty case laws, they don't know how to approach it at all. That was the major challenge they were facing. They don't know how to write a well structured answer for UPSC. The another challenge they were facing was there was no proper mechanism of feedback. They were not getting the proper analysis of their answers. They were just writing it. They don't know what was the requirement of my answer, how I had to approach it, and what mistakes that I has committed. That was another challenge the students were facing. So there were no proper feedback for themselves. Suppose they were writing an answer, they don't know how it would have been approached to get good marks. There was no analysis of the answers properly. This is a very major gap in this optional. That was the issue. And another issue was time management. Because they were not understanding the requirement, they don't know how relevant it was to write a proper answer for law optional. So they were not writing it very much. Their speed was not good in law optional. Their accuracy was not as per the requirement. So that was the issues they were facing. So their it was also affecting their completion of paper. They were not able to complete it in the given hours. That was another major challenge they were facing. So what we have done, we had to come up with this initiative of 90 days daily answer writing program. Since students were not writing answers that too daily or not practicing enough, that is why they were not scoring good marks. So we have come up with this idea of a 90 days program for answer writing. A 90 days program, which is a 3 months period in online mode, wherein you will be given one question per day according to the paper 1 and paper 2, and you have to give us answer. You have to send us back the answers, and we will be giving you feedback within 24 to 48 hours of your answer. With that too, with the model answer, that how you have approached the question paper, the question, how it could have been, what are the major case laws that you have left, what could have been added to make it a good answer. So here UC Academy has come up with this idea of daily answer writing program to make you prepare for mains, to make you mains ready in 90 days. You will understand what is the requirement of your question, what is the you had to approach it, and where you have committed the mistake, and where you could have gained good marks. So it is a solution from our side to all the challenges that were faced by the students, because it is ultimately your selection that matters. It is, we are here to make this difficult journey easy for you. So for instance, how your answer will be evaluated, here is an instance of it. So here this question is written by a UPSC aspirant who has taken optional. He has committed this mistake again to write it as a GS answer. So we have checked it, in which we have mentioned how he could have done it or what things that he has left. For instance, if we talk about the introduction part, it's good that he has introduced judicial review. The question was, we talk about the question. The question was something between, the judicial review is the basic feature of the constitution, but its scope must be balanced against the doctrine of separation of powers. Critically examine this statement in the light of the recent constitutional development and landmark judgments. It was a 50-marker question. So what we have analyzed this answer for the student, that how he could have approached it. For instance, it is good that he has started with the introduction of judicial review, but he has forgotten to mention Article 13, Article 32 and Keshwananda Bharti case for that matter, which is the pivotal importance of, because the question is, judicial review is a basic feature of the constitution. So if you are writing an answer for law optional, you have to justify why judicial review is a basic feature of constitution, which was given in Keshwananda Bharti case. So here it is, you have to understand, here it is like this only you will understand that how to approach an answer specifically for law optional. Because if you write this like this only, it will be a GS answer. You will just write the definition of judicial review. But if you are as an optional subject student, the question is judicial review is a basic feature of constitution, give it the answer that why is it and in which case it was given. It is very famous judgment, Keshwananda Bharti, you have forgotten to mention. Secondly, the student has not properly used the subheading. So it is also been mentioned here. And also we check that if the student has mentioned any case laws, is it relevant according to the requirement of the question, or what other recent case law could have been mentioned. Or for instance, like this question, recent case law has been added rightly by the student, so we have also mentioned that how it is relevant for the question paper, for the question. And also in this answer I have added what another judgment could have been added by the student. For instance, if this question was related to judicial review, the bulldozer justice 2024 judgment could have been mentioned to make it more important, or to make it to gain good marks, to get brownie points in it. So in this also I have mentioned that what student has committed the mistake of not mentioning the doctrine of separation of power per se, because the question is about judicial review and balancing it with the doctrine of separation of power. So if the student has forgotten to mention about the doctrine itself, he has to mention it. So this is how we approach an answer. This is how we are going to approach each answer given by you. We will approach it from the perspective of your introduction, how you have given a structure to it, and how if you have sum up it rightly or not. For instance, in this I have highlighted, since the question was related to a landmark judgment, the student has only given the names of it. I have specifically mentioned that the question is about the judgment, so write it specific. Give it a separate heading to the answers, in answers. So this is how we are going to approach each answers. For instance, this is a 10-marker question in which this is a theoretical question. So how to approach an answer if you get a theoretical question from law optional, this is how we have approached it. We have mentioned about the student has given the good introduction, we have mentioned that too. If he has structured it in this way, where he could have mentioned another example, he could have forgotten the theory, where it could have been added. This is how we have to approach each and every answer, then only you can get good marks cumulatively. This is how we have to go into approach. So now let us talk about the initiative and how you are going to approach it, how you are going to connect with us, so to get yourself enrolled in this initiative. This, to make it more affordable for the students, we have kept it as low as affordable for anybody. Only you are getting this 90 days program, daily answer writing initiative of 90 days only in 3,999. Reason being, because we want every student to be helped, because most of them are facing this challenge, and it will be a 90 days program in which every day your answer will be evaluated. Within 24 to 48 hours you will be given your answers, you will given feedback on your answers, and a model answer will be attached too. So it's very affordable for you, and in this initiative we will be covering both of the papers. Paper 1, paper 2, both will be covered according to the weightage of their questions or weightage of their topics in the question paper itself. So none of your part will be left behind. You will be fully prepared in 90 days for your mains, taking law as an optional subject. If you want to get yourself enrolled, please, you can definitely call on this number of you can definitely call on this number, or you can give me an email on my own email ID, wherein you can also give me your feedback or the challenge that you are facing related to your law optional. So if you want to get enrolled, which I will definitely suggest you to, because only in 90 days you will be definitely prepared for law optional. You will be ready with your optional. This is nothing if you get prepared for mains. So thank you so much. If you want yourself to be here in rank 2 or rank 3 or among rank holders in, let's say, within rank 10, you should get enroll yourself, because we are here to help you in this journey, to make it less difficult for you, because it's a collective journey for both of us. For us as teachers, for you as students, it's a collective journey. So we'll try to make it less difficult within a specific period of time. We want you to get prepared because this is not only your dream, this is ours too. Thank you so much.